Hello, beautiful people. I just wanted to share some energy updates for September. I've been doing this every month lately, and I've been doing it on my blog. So if you're wanting to read that, I do have some incredible downloads there in the blog on the website. But for those of you that don't know me, my name's Amanda. I'm from Light of Alchemy. I'm in Australia here on the Sunshine Coast in Queensland, and I'm an energy healer. I wear many hats, but I absolutely love working in the spiritual realms. And I get downloads from spirit, I get insights. I use my intuitive gifts for guidance. Excuse all the flies here. It's spring, but it's pretty warm here on the Sunshine Coast. So I have pulled a card for the energy of September, and I want to talk about it, which is something that is really playing on my mind a lot at the moment. There's huge shifts coming through. If you haven't looked at my other videos, there's big things happening. If you follow cycles, then you'll know that this is a huge part of history that we're going through right now. We're going through a huge transition. It is a shift in consciousness. It's a collective consciousness awakening, and people are starting to wake up to their own internal gifts. They're becoming sovereign. They're removing themselves from the shackles and chains that have held them in lower frequencies, and they're starting to remember that they're not just this body. They are eternal souls within this body, within this beautiful vessel that we've chosen to incarnate in. And we're here. We're here to break some cycles. We're here to learn. We're here for growth. We're here to dissolve the ego so we can go home to God, to source, the divine, whatever you want to call the creator. And we're learning along the way, and there's some huge shifts that are happening, massive ones. So, okay, I pulled the Two of Cups here, and I actually don't know the traditional meaning of these tarot cards. I use my intuition a lot, and I'm feeling that this is the balance of the masculine and feminine. This is the balance of our chakras. This is the connection to I'm guessing it's like an angel with a lion head. So it's like a fierce, embodied version of spirit. Also, yeah, so this represents it's a medical alchemy symbol as well. So it's transmuting, and it's also, connecting our chakras above and below. It's also divine union. It means that we are coming into divine union with the masculine and feminine energies within us and on the external as well. We have been disconnected from real connection with the opposite sex. We have been conditioned to think that it's all coming from these lower chakras, and we're not really using our sexual energy in a beautiful, light way anymore. We're being so programmed and disconnected from the way we're meant to be intimate with our partners. So it's union. This means that we're coming back into unity. We're starting to remember, okay, this is not working. This is actually creating more disease in the body. It's creating more pain in the mind. It's becoming, it's feeding the ego. It's like taking that bite of the apple from the tree of good and evil. It's actually eating that apple, and it's actually disconnecting us further and further away from unity and love. It's disconnecting us more. It's actually driving us apart. In the middle of these people, we've got a house on the hill there representing it's not smooth sailing. It's going to be up and down. This divine union, it's not going to be easy. These challenges that we face in our relationships are for growth. We chose our partners, and we can absolutely choose to leave if it's a toxic relationship, if you feel like it's really not good for your mental state. Of course, leave. But if you feel like there's opportunity for growth and enlightenment within your relationship, yeah, there is. There absolutely is. So the hill represents that, yeah, it can be challenging, but the house is on top of the hill too. So that's like your home. Your house is your home, and it takes a while to get there. It's not easy. The divine union, they're cheersing the cups here, representing the emotions. They're coming back together, and they're, yes, we're doing this together. I'm looking at what they're wearing as well. They're wearing wreaths around their heads, so they're celebrating. And so the masculine here is wearing yellow for the intellect, and the woman is wearing blue for emotions. And yeah, as a collective reading, so for the month of September, this is about bringing in your, it could be from the external as well, but bringing in your inner masculine and your inner feminine, and bringing those divine unions together and balancing them. So yeah, starting from the base chakra, the root chakra, and clearing all of that, balancing the left and right side of your body, bringing in balance these two beautiful energies that we have, regardless of your sex. You can absolutely still work with these energies. And I think it's really important for women to take off that masculine hat, step into the divine feminine, step into this. It's okay to show your emotions and express that with your partner. It's okay to express that within yourself. It could be like ego or shadows that are coming up for you that are hard for you to see. But it's important for you to observe the ego, the union. And I feel like, yeah, this is home, coming home. And the red is passion as well. So yeah, it's like bringing these energies into balance and creating unity and love. I love this card so much for the month of September. I'm just going to tune in and see if there's any other messages for September for you. So again, if you need an energetic clearing, if you want to learn how to do this yourself, you can book in for Higher Realms, which is an 8-week program that I offer, which will really help you tap into your intuition and into your gifts, where you can learn tools on how to clear your chakra system and to bring you back into a state of peace and calm. So there's things like that. Let me just see if there's any other messages that need to come through for the month of September. So I'm getting this vision again of being at the cemetery. The other day, I went to a cemetery to connect to the old souls that had passed. It's a very old cemetery. It was beautiful. And I connected to the elementals there. I connected to the earth, and I've been told to share this message to you guys. So when I was connecting to the spirits that had passed, they died really young, and you'll probably hear on like mainstream or, you know, people who are completely programmed that we're living longer because we've got modern medicine, which is great. But it's not everything. Okay. So these people were dying young, but they were living life, and we're living longer, but we're not really living. And these souls were basically saying that they didn't have to stay for 90 to 100 years. They left early, but they were dissolving their egos in that short amount of time. They were working on themselves in a very different way to what we would work on ourselves now. Like now we are really working on ourselves and we're being expressive about it and all of that. But it's like they didn't have as many egos back then. They say, I think it's like in Tibetan culture, that they believe that there's 10,000 egos that we carry. But I feel like there's more in this day and age, and we're creating more. We're eating from the apple. We're really becoming so disconnected from our true essence because of the medicine. The medicine's disconnecting us. We create our dis-eases in our body, and we can uncreate them. So these older souls they didn't have to be here for that long. They were doing the work without actually doing the work like how we're doing it now. They are saying that they were living life and we're not. We think it's great that we're living longer and we're taking all this medicine to live longer, but we're actually so far disconnected from spirit and from God now more than ever because of the medicine. I'm not telling you to go off your medicine, by the way, but I'm saying that we need to start becoming in tune again with spirit, with nature, because we are nature. But the souls are saying that we need to stop on this hamster wheel. Stop on this hamster wheel. Stop with the desires and the things and feeding the void, feeding the egos. We're feeding the egos constantly with consumption, overconsumption, materialistic things. And we're living in this 3D reality, but we're not of it. We're coming out of it. We're moving into a fifth dimension, but we are having to do this dance in between. But it's important to not get caught up in the desires and the ego. Observe the ego, dissolve the ego. Observe, dissolve. That's what they're saying. Bring light to it. Bring light to the shadows. Bring light to the things that are controlling you, and then dissolve. Yeah. So, yeah, excuse me. This is how I channel. I usually look away. I'm not I don't channel like looking at the screen. I channel when I'm looking away. So that's how I do it. But yeah, there's nothing else that needs to come through for the month of September. Observe the ego, dissolve the ego, bring masculine and feminine energies in balance. Be careful not to bite from the apple. Enjoy the tree. Don't eat from it. If that makes sense. I hope this makes sense. This is also the medicine symbol, going into what the souls at the cemetery were saying, that yeah, we don't need the medicine. We can alchemize this without the actual medicine from these big corporations that are making money off it, and that's it. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed. This little video will also give you a bit of healing, some green fairy rays coming from my heart space to you. So yeah, I hope you receive that. And I would love to hear from you. Reach out if you have any questions. I love connecting with people. Bye.